Hi guys, Rick Malava with a question for the forum this time. It's a NURBS question. So, considering NURBS are sort of out of vogue right now, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get an answer to this. But just wanted to demonstrate another one of those. If Maya was a person, I would punch it in the face questions. There was a post on the forum recently, and I'm sorry, but a lot of what the guy said his facts may not have been correct, but I certainly think Maya's modeling tools are broken. If you just use the modeling tool set and you just use maybe 1/10 of the tools that actually work and you're content with working in 1930s modeling mode, more power to you. But I think that the tool set should be brought into the 20th century, and I very certainly feel that any tools that are in the package, if they don't want to update them, at the very least they should ensure they work properly. And I got to tell you, I could load Maya version 4 and I could do what I'm trying to do here, and I promise you it would work. I could also point out that how many times the entire NURBS surface modeling set, I used to be able to do fillets and rounds and booleans, and generally the only time my surfaces would disappear would be because I didn't have the surface normals pointing the right direction, or I didn't have curves that were actually intersecting. I mean, all of the things, I know all of the things that don't make Maya's NURBS tools work, because believe me, I've run into every one of them. And Maya, you can pop open the script editor and it gives you no clue what the problem is. You just have to figure it out. Go sacrifice a chicken, go to a seance, find a soothsayer, whatever it takes, but that's generally how you have to resolve NURBS surfacing questions in Maya. Here's a typical case in point. This is what a draftsman would normally do. I've simplified this. These curves are normally projected onto a very complex surface, and I want to basically take these three curves, I want to intersect them, and I want to cut them where they intersect, delete the pieces I don't want, and I'm left with the outer perimeter, which is the shape that I want to use as a template to build a surface off of. I've taken this into several other modeling packages that have similar drafting tools. This is a very common thing in every package that's out there. If you have splines-based modeling packages, this is, if you have Bezier curves, they just call them different things, but they're all basically the same thing. They're parameterized curves, and this is the way you would do it. You'd take this curve, and you'd go to Edit Curves, and you say Cut Curve, and look at that. This is so difficult. This is such a hard thing to do. All I wanted it to do was cut this curve where these two curves intersect, and it managed to do it for one of them. There you go. That's kind of the start of what I want to do, but Maya decides the whole left-hand side of my model I don't need anymore. And if I bring up the script editor, not a single warning or message or clue of any reason why it's decided I don't need the whole left-hand side of my curve network. Now, if I undo this, and I take this curve, and I try it again, hey, there you go, cuts the curve, but deletes everything to the left-hand side. And if I took this curve and cut them, well, I'll just do it. Edit, cut. There you go. That's a little farther along, but I lose the whole left-hand side of my model. I've been banging my head on the wall for 4 hours on this, and it's got me ready to throw the computer at the wall. Now, I could do it the retarded way, and a lot of people would say, well, if the tool just, I hate people that point out that there's another way to do it. This should work. I shouldn't have to come up with another way to do it. The retarded way, this thing would be projected onto a curved surface, and I'd literally have to snap to this curve and then draw polygons out every place there's a knot in the curved surface around the perimeter of this thing. I'm sorry. I'm calling shenanigans. That's not the way I should have to do it. So anyway, and like I said, I don't know why this is behaving the way it's behaving. My solution is I pulled it into Modo. I did it in Modo in 3 minutes, and I was done. But if I'm going to have to continue to take my models into Modo to model them because Maya's basic tools don't work properly, I gotta clue you. I'm going to Simply Modo and I'm done with Maya, because I'm getting very, very tired. If it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to go there. Anyway, if anybody can look at this and give me a clue why it's not working, I believe it's a bug in Maya 2012. May have something to do with parameterization. 0 to 4 spans implies 5 nets, and there's only 4 spans. But I've tried increasing this to 8 spans, and 6 spans, 8 spans, 5 spans, and it's still, no matter what I do, it does the same behavior. It deletes everything to the left-hand side of my curve network. So if anybody can shed some light on what's going on here, I would truly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.